Banks hate this one trick. Once again, good morning. This video is going to be shorter, but I did want to do a monthly recap. And yes, I am in fact filming on the same day that I'm going to be filming another video that will also be coming out this week. And if you don't like that, then fuck. The entire goal of what we're doing right now at this point with this channel is paying off the Type R, which is an amazing car, by the way. And I've also shared with you guys my tracker. So if you go to any video on my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see that in the description. I'm going to go down into the description, track my real-time progress, and download your own here. Just go ahead and open that bad boy up. And we're going to see this is where I am right now with the Type R. I have a 7.65% interest rate. Started at 48 grand as my balance. Started in October of last year. 72-month loan and an $847.50 car note. In that time, I have made very big payments already. And honestly, I'm very proud of that, because if you look here at my Capital One balance, that's how you know I'm not lying about any of this. You can see I currently have a $32,139 balance with 20 grand paid. 20 grand, that is right here. So if I had 32 grand right now, or I guess 32 grand $140, I'd be able to pay off the car, which I don't. If I was not making those payments though, and this is what I really wanted to show you, you could be accruing a lot more interest. I've gone ahead and I've added like a hypothetical ending balance because I wanted you guys to be able to see, if you use this tracker, if you also have things that you're trying to pay, it doesn't have to be a car, it could be your mortgage, it could be something else. But really, you should just be able to plug in the same parameters. Give me an interest rate and then, Bob's your uncle. That probably doesn't even make any sense, but I don't care. Let's go to the most recent month, which would be October of 2025. I have not updated the tracker yet for this month. We're going to be doing that here in this video. So you can see that in a hypothetical world, if I had not paid extra, how much interest would I have accrued versus how much interest I have actually accrued. And to me, it's sizable. So I have actually paid $3,550 of interest, which is gross. I've also, hypothetically, I could have paid $3,772 of interest. What any auto loan wants you to do is they want to front load as much of that interest as possible. So that way, by the time you get to the end of your auto loan, you're going to be, now paying on your principal. But like, dude, by that point, like the value of your car is shot. You're probably looking to trade it in. So you haven't even been paying on your car. You've just been paying on interest. There's a lot of reasons why you want to avoid, having a high interest rate. It is what it is. And there's also a lot of reasons why you'd want to avoid having a car payment. Let's go to January 1st of 2028. My actual interest paid, no, actual cumulative interest. Actual cumulative interest versus hypothetical cumulative interest. $8,300 versus $9,500. It's a whole grand more. Over the course of my loan, I should, if I don't pay off the car early, I should be paying about $10,000. $9,796 of interest. No, wait, no. $12,208 of interest. So $12,208. That is gross. That's terrible. No interest. Interest is bad. Interest is fake. It doesn't exist. As of right now, because I've already paid so much extra up front, I'm looking at $9,796 of interest. I've saved myself almost $3 grand of interest over the life of the loan. That is not enough for me. I don't want that. So what am I looking to do? I'm trying to be out of my auto loan by February of 2026. Maybe March. April at the absolute latest. But I've set those 3 months as like my target. February is like, hey, things went fantastically. Congratulations. March is like, hey, we're on track. April is like, life happened. Things came up. You didn't want to take too much of a haircut on some of the collection pieces that you're looking to move. And because of that, we just pushed it out an extra month. But what I'm looking to pay over the life of my loan is no more than, right here, you could see it, $4,881, when I should, if I don't make any extra payments ever at any point, when I should have paid about $12,500. That is less than half of the total interest potential value. Obviously, banks don't like that. Banks hate this one. Yeah, that should actually be the opening for the video. Banks hate this one trick. I think I'm going to do it. But now I do actually want to go ahead and take a look at what I've actually paid on the car in this month. And this is a no BS. This is proof. You can see this is a live website. What have I done this month? I paid $347.50 plus $3,000. Thank you to Probstein Auctions, plus $170 plus $500. In this month, I have paid $4,017.50. So if we update the tracker with that, $4,017.50, we can now see that's actually a pretty substantial change. I'm currently at, how much did that save me over just that month? Hold on, this is actually interesting. 4758, 4758. 4881. I've saved myself $100 in interest alone in this month. Aside from the fact that I'm also paying the car off sooner, earlier, ahead of schedule. Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to doing this. Like I would imagine that with any luck, I'll be able to get down my total interest paid on the car to about 4,200 if I'm like really aggressive in the next 3 months. And if I'm not, probably 4,500. But like, dude, 4,500 down from 12.5 grand, I'll take that. That is a huge win. Yeah, I mean, I feel really good about that. Like that's helpful. It just makes you feel good, you know? Also, weird that I did like a perfectly round number. I've been doing 94, 25, 25, 36. But yeah, it just worked out that way. So I'm definitely ahead of schedule now. I was projected to pay off my loan in September of 2030. As of right now, according to Capital One, I'm looking at an early payoff date of July 15th, 2029. And that's if I didn't, continue to pay more aggressively ahead of schedule, pieces of my collection, yada, yada, blah, blah. And if you found this at all helpful, genuinely download the tracker, do this for yourself, budget, help yourself to plan. We have enough going on in life. You don't need budget hanging over your head. It's not worth taking on debt unless you absolutely have to. I do love the car. I am a car guy. I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy that I have the Type R. The worst thing I can say about it is that she's expensive. I'm not here to shill. I'm not here to pump or tank the Pokemon market or the Magic market or any markets. If you vibe at all with the idea of living a better life and making the most of, the 90 some odd, 80 some odd years that we're going to have on this rock in space, subscribe to the channel.